My Airbnb guest left me a review saying that my Pokemon themed Airbnb was not Pokemon enough. So let me give you a tour of my Airbnb and you guys could be the judge of it. So
Okay, I like that. That looks cute. And I like your fireplace. Strong start so far. We'll see.
And then a Mareep.
All right, cute
The
wall
dining
art.
room. We have
Nido King on the wall. I'm
Then
not
we
seeing
have a
much
Slow
other
King.
Pokemon stuff though.
And a Gyarados in the
Okay,
kitchen.
it's in the kitchen on the wall too, but where
In
are the other
bedroom,
Pokemon items?
we have a Slowpoke.
It's a Snorlax, and it's on the wall too.
We have
Okay,
a Ho-Oh and a Hitmonlee.
that are on the wall. Where are the Pokemon themed items?
We have a Horsey.
It's on the wall. There's
the
no
second
Pokeballs
bedroom, we have
anywhere.
an
Any
Eevee,
plushies? Where are those
Togepi,
at?
Pichu.
On the wall, on the
And
wall, on the
to your
wall. I agree with your guest. You, my friend, are whimsy deficient and you need a transfusion. Stat. Only hanging wall art does not qualify something to be themed, in my opinion.
If my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike.
Let's look at the kitchen. Once we're past Gyarados, there are no indicators that this is a Pokemon themed place. If you go to the Pokemon Center's website, they have kitchenware that is specifically Pokemon themed that you could use. The bedroom, you take away Eevee, you lose the Pokemon theming immediately. This is a Pokemon themed room. It's all encompassing. You have the bed sheets, the actual walls, plushies. You can incorporate those in your Airbnb, and I'm sure money isn't the issue. You're gay too. I mean, I think. God, I'm sorry if you're not. But if I'm right, our sexuality is heavenly restriction, sacrifices our early life joy and universal acceptance, and in return, we get increased creative capacities. So you got this. Just tap into that. This was not it. I agree with your guess.
This guy is finding out that just changing the pictures in your Airbnb doesn't make it a theme. Ricky here makes cool art, you gotta go check him out, but he posted a video basically telling us that he got a review from a client of his that rented an Airbnb saying that his Pokemon themed Airbnb didn't have too much Pokemon theme going on.
So in the living room, I have this collage of Pokemon. The bedroom, we have a Slowpoke.
Yo. He just called. Hold up, hold up. He just called Snorlax Slowpoke? Like, what are you doing? How's it gonna be Pokemon themed? And you don't even know the name of the Pokemon? Or is it rage bait to get people like that? They're like, no way that he just called one of the most famous Pokemon the wrong Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? That's that marketing stuff. I don't know.
We have a Slowpoke. The bathroom, we have a Horsey. And in the second bedroom, we have an Eevee.
Like, I get what he's trying to do, but realistically, that is not a theme. You gotta have a little bit more. I hope he takes it as constructive criticism and doesn't take it as like we're all bashing on him, which we kind of are, but nobody wants to go to a Pokemon themed Airbnb, and I'm sure you charged accordingly. Nobody wants to do that unless they have the whole immersive package. Because more than likely, the people that are renting that Airbnb, they're Pokemon fans, and the second they're gonna walk in, they would be disappointed. I would be disappointed. Honestly, I can't wait to see what you do with the place and how you take this.
Like, bro, you gotta like make like a Poke Center. You gotta make the walls have like the Pokemon grass on it. Like, you gotta have like maybe like actual like statues of like Pokemon being there. You know what I mean? You gotta go all the way. These next two are kind of like parodies of it, so I will watch it.
My Airbnb guest recently gave me a review saying that my UFC themed Airbnb is not UFC enough. So I'm going to give you guys a tour and show you what it looks like. Over here we have a UFC themed bed, and it even has a his and her section. We have UFC gloves on the wall and a poster of a Chinese UFC fighter. Signed Evander Holyfield gloves in the bathroom. He was a prominent UFC fighter in his day. And finally we have the world's first UFC themed stove.
Like, bro, you could just tell that everybody's trying to make fun of him. You know what I mean? It's kind of messed up, but it's like, this is kind of funny if you know what they're trying to like make fun of a little bit, but you know.
My Airbnb guest left me a review saying my Dexter-themed Airbnb was not Dexter-themed enough. So I'm going to take you through the Airbnb and you tell me what you think. So you walk in and straight to the bed, you see you have the Dexter book for you to read. And if you leave the bed and you come to this chair, you have the infamous cuck chair Dexter used.
Like, this guy's not real.
And it even features his famous blood slide hiding spot right there. So yeah, let me know what you think. Is this Dexter-themed Airbnb not Dexter-themed enough?
Yeah, to be honest, these are funny, you know. I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty funny, but yeah, that's all I gotta say about it.
My Airbnb guest left me a review saying that my Pokemon themed Airbnb was not Pokemon enough. So let me give you a tour of my Airbnb and you guys could be the judge of it. So in the living room, I have this collage of Pokemons and then a Mareep. In the dining room, we have a Nidoking. Then we have a Slowking and a Gyarados in the kitchen. In the bedroom, we have a Slowpoke. In the hallway, we have a Ho-Oh and a Hitmonlee. In the bathroom, we have a Horsey. And in the second bedroom, we have an Eevee, Togepi, Pichu, and Teddiursa.